Interesting, unusual, sometimes surreal. You know, I ask myself, has it really happened? Or have I been through a bad dream? But it's been a period when, obviously, my wife and I confined here at home. It's been interesting, it's been profitable. I've done a lot of reading, watched some good television programs, and also planned carefully our move to a new flat, because we are moving to a new flat because this one has got 3 floors, and we were both seriously ill. It was either a bad flu or it might have been even the COVID-19 back in February. And our children, my son and daughter, decided we could no longer live here. It was becoming a problem. So we are looking forward to moving, and we were planning carefully, had time to consider carefully things we wanted to throw away, things we wanted to take over. So it's been, on the whole, a positive, profitable time.
Restrictions have been in place for the longest period for the over 70s. You must be looking forward to these being lifted as from tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to the return of the buses, because really, until the bus service is restored, my freedom is very, very limited. Look, I can go shopping to the supermarkets in the car, that is no problem, and I need to use a car because they are far away and because you carry a lot of shopping. But going into town, I'm going to need a lift. Look, I can walk into town. It might take me 25 minutes to walk, but then I have to get back. And walking back up Europa Road in summer, it's not easy. So I think a lot depends for my ability to even go to the bank under my own steam in town. I really need to be able to get on a bus.
Though there will be some limitations, have you made any plans in particular, or is there anyone you're looking forward to seeing?
Again, that is not easy. My wife, for instance, 7 or 8 of her childhood friends, they've been meeting for years every Tuesday morning at Latino's for a coffee. They won't be able to do that now, that easily. They won't, 7 or 8 of them, be able to sit and have a chat, you know, the kind of stories that they tell each other, the confidences that they have. Under the new situation, they're not going to be able to do that. And I'm looking forward. I have to celebrate a number of birthdays. My son coming up later in June, 2 grandchildren, my daughter-in-law. How are we going to get together? I understand you already have to try and book for a restaurant the first week of June. So there are limitations.
Now, over the last day or so, we have heard of this term social bubble, where we'll be restricted to meeting up with the same 11 people. What do you make of this idea?
I won't have a problem in that respect. You know, in the last few years, yes, I have a lot of friends, but during the years that I spent as Speaker of Parliament, I didn't get together on a regular basis with many of my friends. Occasionally, yes, we did have lunches, which we will still be able to do because there will be 7 or 8 of us and nobody else. But other than that, in the last few years, apart from meetings of Parliament, my main interest was in going twice a week to Parliament with 4 or 5 people there and transacting whatever business, dealing with whatever correspondence there was and so on. So that is not an issue as far as I'm concerned.
The pandemic has influenced all aspects of life. How are you feeling about the coming weeks?
It's going to take time, and it's worrying. It's a worrying aspect of life. Will life ever be as it used to be? Gibraltar is being spared, not only from the point of view of illness, but I'm sure the measures which the government is taking are going to help with the economy. But I'm sure that they feel that all the dreams that they had when they fought a general election a few months ago, those policies, it's not going to be easy for them to implement. We are always able in Gibraltar, because of our size, I think, to get by. We are a very adaptable people. But it's really, from a human point of view, you know, to see that in the UK there are still over 300 or 400 people dying a day. In Spain it's gone below 100. It's astonishing. It's mind-boggling. It's the stuff of nightmares, honestly, you know, that's such a catastrophe. It's almost equivalent to the kind of catastrophe that you would have if an asteroid hit the Earth, or if there was a nuclear explosion. It's of that order. It's something unheard of other than in the days of the plague, you know, but that is history. It's very worrying. Life is going to be difficult. Students going back to UK, that is worrying, you know. If they cannot have lectures there on a one-to-one basis, it's not the same. They need to go to university, they need to spend time there in UK. And that may not happen the way that things are. So it's a lot of question marks, and I think we mustn't lose hope, because I'm sure that we are going to get by, but life may never be the same again.